Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Explicitly Unbiased. I'm Kaleb. Gerardo will be here in a second. We're going to go over Monday Night Football, the game between the 49ers and the Panthers. And then we're just going to dive right into our picks for this week. It's Thanksgiving week, so we're going to make this short, get you guys back with your folks relatively quickly. So without further ado, I'm going to hit that intro. We'll get started. Gerardo, how are you on this fine Wednesday morning?
Well, if I was any better, I'd probably feel like Mac Jones.
Yeah, it's a good place to start. Monday Night Football happened on Monday night, obviously, and the 49ers beat the Panthers 20-9, but not without a little bit of a controversy, particularly pertaining to the quarterback of the 49ers, Brock Purdy. He goes 23 of 32, 193 yards, 1 touchdowns, 3 first-half interceptions. He was not benched. He finishes the game. Obviously, they win 20-9. Christian McCaffrey with a touchdown on the ground, 89 yards. George Kittle, the leading receiver, with 78 yards. Juwan Jennings catching the touchdown thrown by Purdy. Bryce Young on the other side of the ball, 18 of 29, 169, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Rico Dowdle, 38 yards, 36 yards to the air. Ted McMillan, 2 for 35 and a touchdown. J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson both coming up with interceptions. J.C. Horn with 2, Mike Jackson with 1. J.C. Horn showing that why he was my draft crush back in 2021. Wanted him on the Patriots really bad. And Jair Brown catches 2 picks himself for the 49ers. So, yeah, Gerardo, where do you want to go with this one?
Unbelievably bad quarterback play from both teams. One was quite obvious because I talked about how much of a fraud he actually is in Bryce Young. And the other one is just, was Mac Jones hurt or they just decided we're going to go back to Purdy?
They decided they're going to go back to Purdy.
Okay, that was the worst decision that they could have made this year. This automatically proved that Mac Jones is the guy for the team. And yes, he won, but like me and you were texting. I was like, dude, and you said if he throws a 4th interception, there's no way you don't start Mac Jones the rest of the year. There's no way. It was unbelievably bad offensive play that got bailed out by their 2 big superstars. And I think that's the only way the 49ers win with Purdy at quarterback is if McCaffrey goes off or if George Kittle goes off. Where Mac Jones, that is not the case. You do not need. They are very good compliments to Mac Jones, of course, but he's literally one with what's the guy from the Patriots. Literally. Like, and
no, I felt like the Niners under Mac Jones, they were more efficient with how they distributed the football, how they moved the football down the field. Purdy, like, it's kind of reminds me of JJ McCarthy a little bit of like trying to force the issue and trying to force.
It's like he only throws to his superstars and he doesn't realize that there's other players on this team.
Like I say, it just feels like he's kind of forcing it.
Yeah. Like he's just trying to get, George Kittle needs 7 catches to hit a bonus this week. Let's just make that happen. Like where Mac Jones is very much, I just want to win and I know how am I going to do that to win. And that's distributing the ball and giving me what the defense gives me. Like I'm going to just take advantage of what the defense gives me. Where Brock Purdy is just like, and not for nothing, like they are similar-ish builds of quarterback. But if I were to give the adversity points to, it's going to be Mac Jones. Mac Jones already failed and then went to pretty much the only other place worse in Cleveland, Jacksonville, and did decent there too. I mean, him and Brian Thomas were a very deadly combo in Jacksonville. And, let's be honest, like, sometimes your wife leads you to sometimes your girlfriend leads you to your wife. And that's what Brock Purdy is doing for Mike Shanahan. Led him to the wife, which is Mac Jones. So I just think that that's the offense that they need to go with.
Yeah, kind of hard to say that Brock Purdy should be the starter going the rest of the way. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody can make that argument this week.
And he's on a team-friendly deal, so it's not even like you're like handcuffed to this. And even if you are, who cares? You want to win games? Win games. Like you're going to put in your best asset going forward. And I texted you this. I said, whatever quarterback they do not decide to move on with in 2026 is just going to play for the Vikings next year. I fully believe that. I think whoever doesn't stay with them is just going to be the Vikings quarterback next year.
As for the Panthers, I mean, Bryce Young has an unbelievable day last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes into this one very winnable. The Niners aren't playing well. They're a good team on the road. Like, you got to take advantage of these moments, and they just don't.
Yeah, no, back to Bryce Young being back to what Bryce Young actually is. Bryce Young is not a good quarterback. He's not a starting NFL quarterback, and he's definitely not a franchise quarterback at all. And the Panthers are finding themselves now. They won a whole bunch of, I call it meaningless games, because this team is not a Super Bowl contender, nor are they going to beat anybody in the playoffs unless they're the Falcons. And the Falcons are not going to be in the playoffs, so they're going to not beat anybody in the NFC. They're definitely not going to beat out the Buccaneers probably for that division unless Baker Mayfield literally doesn't come back.
He's got a AC joint injury I think he's dealing with now.
But yeah, this is who Bryce Young is. This is who Bryce Young continues to be throughout his whole career. It's the reason why he got benched twice in his career for Andy Dalton. And this is what the offense looks like, inept with him on it. And like, I'm glad that the right decision that the Panthers ever made is Rico Dowell is their number one running back. Chuba Hubbard is not as explosive and is not as creative with the ball in his hand as Joe is. And like, also they're unbelievably inconsistent at wide receiver. Any of their pass catchers outside of Rico Dowell. Tech goes off one game, complete bum the next game. Xavier Legette, I don't even know if he's even like a top like starting 4 wide receiver in the league. You know, like they've used high-end draft capital for these assets and they just all kind of suck. Or they just go off one game and just no show. But I do not know if that's in relation to who Bryce Young is or the fact that this team is filled of just inconsistent ass players.
Well, if it makes Panthers fans feel any better, they are 6-6, one game back the 6-5 Buccaneers, who are just injured to all hell, and they still play the Buccaneers twice. So, balls in their court. They also play the Rams, the Saints, and the Seahawks. So,
yeah, but it's also like, what are they going to do in the playoffs? Like, all you're doing is taking yourself further and further away from good draft capital. Like, listen,
Joe, it's not like they're going to do shit with it anyway.
As far as I can tell with the picks, if they use only J.C. Horn and Derek Brown, and Derek Brown's also like a running back at defense. It's like a non-starter. Like, being a run-stopping defensive tackle is like
does nothing for you. Yeah,
literally, like you're just a complement to a cog of the machine. And
J.C. Horn took 4 years to get good.
Yeah, and finally, like, and that's also, maybe that comes down to the player development that's out there in Carolina. In all honesty, like,
Believe me, I loved him coming out of college. Like, that was the guy I wanted, not Mac Jones.
Oh, he was unbelievably talented. He's unbelievably raw, athletic, like at a cornerback position that you just do not see nowadays. And I really do think it's a testament to who the Panthers are, and they're just unbelievably bad at either draft anything that has to do with player development, bad draft evaluations, and like just bad like player development. No way J.C. Horn all of a sudden took this long to be good. You saw these flashes, and then all of a sudden, I just come down to coaching. Same thing with the Bryce Young pick. Same thing with the amount of draft capital that they spent and got. I mean, hell, they let go of fucking Burns to the Giants for damn near nothing, because they're not going to do nothing with that pick, or haven't done anything with the picks with him. And he's unbelievably tearing it up with the Giants right now for nothing. McCaffrey, they literally just saw him dance all over their team for nothing. Like, and same thing with the whole Bryce Young, and that ended up being Caleb Williams. Like, how much is that bitten that franchise in the ass to trade up that much draft capital to go get a dude you benched twice? Not good times in Carolina. And you're just winning meaningless games, which is even worse.
Not great. All right. Let's get our picks in. Last week, it was a 12-11 bout on the head-to-head with your boy Kaleb coming out successful against the spread. You were much more successful, going 9 for 14, and I went 5 for 14. But listen, just follow me and bet the money line. You'll be all right. But all right, we got 3 games on Thursday because of Thanksgiving. We got a Black Friday game, and then your usual Sunday to Monday slate. So let's just get right into it. The first game on Thursday on your Thanksgiving, it is the Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions. Lions not used to being favorited in these games. They usually lose, and everybody's going into a food coma. The Lions are 2.5-point favorites.
Give me Packers both ways.
Packers both ways. I'll take the Lions both ways.
I just think the Lions have been uninspired football lately.
But the Packers are sloppy at the same time.
Mm-hmm. It's both teams that are just playing uninspired football. I don't blame anybody taking the Lions on this one.
Like, they usually come out of those ugly losses and they just beat the shit out of whoever's next.
But this is back-to-back. But this is like back-to-back bad games.
Is it back-to-back bad games for them?
Well, yeah, because they lost to the Vikings, right? And then they went to OT with the Giants.
Oh, so they're coming off of a win.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost to the Eagles where they put up 9 points.
Yep.
It's it's an off week for them.
Yep, and it's a shorter week.
So they opened up 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. That was the last time they won multiple games in a row.
Yep. And then since then they've been flip-flopping, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll take the Lions. I don't feel great about it.
Yeah.
They should be able to out-talent those guys, but
they should, yes.
Kansas City at Dallas is your mid card for your Thanksgiving entertainment. Chiefs are minus 3.5.
Give me Dallas both ways.
I want to take Dallas, but Chiefs back against the wall, man.
Yeah, but then I just think we're in such a funny era right now in the Cowboys fandom where they are underdogs now. And it's the worst place that all 31 other teams do not want to face for the Cowboys. They're usually the divas. They're usually the big superstars. And I think we find the fact that we are honestly I'm not saying like cheering for the Cowboys, but I think a lot of people just really don't want the Chiefs to win at all anymore. Like that team is becoming insufferable.
But they have turned things around on the offense. You could argue the Dallas defense is still suspect in a sense of their 2 wins are against the Raiders and against the Eagles offense that had been asking for it for months. I'll take Kansas City, but again, it's not something that I feel awesome.
But also at the same time, the one thing that people tend to forget about when talking about this Kansas City team, their defense is ass this year too. A lot of people are forgetting that this Kansas City defense is damn near right next to the Dallas Cowboys. The only reason why the Cowboys are the most talked about defensively is because they're historically ass. But let's be honest, the Kansas City Chiefs, I love Dallas's offense way more against that Kansas City defense than I like Kansas City's offense versus Dallas defense.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Dallas.
But I'll take Kansas City. Cincinnati at Baltimore. Cincinnati gets Joe Burrow back, but they also don't have T. Higgins and I believe Trey Hendrickson.
Yep, both out.
But Jamar Chase is back. So Burrow and Chase are back together. And Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens. This is your prime time on Thanksgiving, NBC. Baltimore minus 7.
Give me Bengals both ways.
Yep. I tend to agree. I just think
7's a lot.
Yeah. That and I feel better about the Bengals coming into this one.
Yeah,
especially
and plus
with
also
how they played against the Patriots.
Also, Ravens unbelievably bad Also, historically bad defense that doesn't get talked about as much because of the Cowboys.
Chicago at Philly on Black Friday. Eagles -7.
Give me Bears. Eagles to win, Bears to cover.
Same boat. Well, wouldn't shut me one bit if the Bears won this one outright. But
The Bears win. That's
if this
like
doesn't, if that last week doesn't wake up the Eagles, I don't know if anything will.
If the Eagles lose to the Bears this week, it's two things. The Eagles are probably not even a top 5 team in the NFC anymore, and the Bears are a legitimate Super Bowl contender.
I don't know if I'd say that.
I mean, they'll be number 1 in their division.
They are number 1 in the division, yeah.
And I think they would be, because you got the Vikings are done for. The Bears and Lions. I mean, the Packers and Lions are inconsistent, and the Bears are sneaky, just stacking up dubs.
How come it's the schedule when the Patriots win, but not when the Bears win?
I think it's more so like, because at least within their division, it's competitive. The Patriots have one team that's competitive, and they're like low-key pissing it away. And then you have two historically unbelievably shitty organizations this year. One who somehow still hasn't fired their head coach.
I don't think they are at this point.
And he's a dead man walking, and the Jets are just literally the Jets. Like, so that's kind of why I would say, like, for the Patriots, it's more like within your division, you have 4 games that are guaranteed wins. Where in the Bears, there's no going into this. They were the worst team to me in the NFC North going into this, and there was no game I would have thought they would have been favored within their division.
Jacksonville at Tennessee kicks off your Sunday. It's not an international game. It's the first game that came up. Jacksonville -6.5 against Tennessee.
Give me Jacksonville to win, Tennessee to cover.
I'm taking the Jags both ways. I don't think the Titans are improving enough for me to say that they're not going to get blown out. I mean, they kept up with Seattle last week, but I wasn't all that inspired, truthfully. Houston at Indianapolis. Indy -4.5.
Indy to win, Texans to cover.
I'm going to take Houston both ways. I think this could be the game that the Daniel Jones of old finally kind of fully emerges. He has that derp game like that Sam Darnold did late in the season for the Vikings last year. I think this could be it. And
if CJ Stroud's back for the Texans, I'd take Colts both ways.
Yeah, I would agree, but I don't know if CJ Stroud's going to be back this week or not. He's still in concussion protocol.
And let me tell you this, that's because DeMeco Ryans is probably punching his head in the back room on purpose, so that way Doug Mills can keep playing.
The Rams at the Panthers. The Rams are 10.5-point favorites.
That's a lot of points, but they got the MVP and they're the best team in the NFL. Give me Rams both ways.
I'll split the baby. I got the Rams winning, but Carolina to cover. Carolina doesn't really get blown out like that. Usually. But we'll see.
Fucking Rams just hung up 34 to like, what, a single digit to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yeah, Bucs are also injured as shit. Panthers are relatively healthy. They kept the Niners to 3 turnovers. I don't think Stafford's going to give you 3 turnovers, but I think they'll keep it close enough. San Francisco at Cleveland. San Francisco -5.5.
Give me the Browns to cover, 49ers to win.
I'll take the Niners both ways. I don't think Cleveland's got it.
Is it at Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah, their defense is sick at home.
What's the weather like in Cleveland on Sunday?
And all I got to say is that if they start Brock Purdy, Cleveland may win this game.
Oh, it's going to be 40, maybe a little rainy.
Yep. I got Cleveland.
I'll change my mind. Yeah, Cleveland cover.
I'm telling you. And Shador Sanders is going to somehow Let me tell you this: nothing will end Brock Purdy's resume than him losing to Shador Sanders.
Mac Jones wouldn't lose to him.
Exactly. Thank
He
you.
played in New England. He knows how it goes.
Exactly.
New Orleans at Miami. Miami minus 6.
Jesus. Yeah, I get it. New Orleans to cover. Miami wins. This is a game that you want your ex-girlfriends to watch.
I'll be on Miami both ways.
It's a bad game.
I think the talent disparity.
They should out talent them, and then somehow New Orleans wins, and they play themselves out of a top 5 pick because of this shit.
Atlanta at the Jets. Tyrod versus Kirko. Atlanta minus 2.5.
Give me Atlanta both ways. Yeah, it's the Jets. They're nothing more needs to be said about them.
Expect a big fantasy day out of Kirk.
Yeah, I would say that and probably Breece Hall.
Arizona at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay minus 3.
Tampa Bay to win. Maybe Cardinals cover.
Splitting the baby on 3.
Yeah, because Jacoby Brissett. I mean, they low-key could win this game if how bad the Bucks are beat up.
I'm gonna take Arizona outright. One of these days is gonna work. I picked them like the last 3 weeks and they lost every single one.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, just Tampa's injured to hell. They're gonna make this NFC South run very interesting because they just keep losing. Minnesota at Seattle. Max Brosmer? Maybe. We'll see.
Is it weird that to me this storyline is, and I'm seeing it a lot because Pat McAfee show talked about it, and I really gauge that Pat McAfee shows very much the pulse of what the public thinks about players because they're very much like stooges that just talk about sports. They don't really, they do take it seriously, but they don't. That they fully believe that JJ McCarthy's in concussion protocol because they don't want him losing to Sam Darnold heads up.
Yeah, I've heard the theory float that this is a soft benching.
Yes. That this is very much so that, hey, we're probably going to lose this game. If JJ goes out there and loses to Sam Darnold, we are fucked.
Egg on the face. Yeah.
Yeah, we're done. People are going to get fired because of that. Like, that would be they are potentially getting fired. This would be the damning statement of getting fired. Like, if Sam Darnold goes out there, throws for 4 touchdowns, like, that's a wrap. That is a wrap.
But walk with me here. Walk with me here. What if Max Brosmer gets the job done, gets the win?
It's a lose-lose situation for the Vikings, no matter what. That's the funny part about all this. At the end of the day, it's a lose-lose situation. If Sam Darnold beats your ass, you're an idiot. You're getting fired. The GM's getting fired if they lose significantly. If Max Brosmer goes out there, the GM's getting fired because they drafted fucking JJ. And you're telling me Max Brosmer, like, and I'm not saying this into the talent of who Max Brosmer is. It's just draft capital. One was the 9th pick in the draft?
9th, 10th, or 11th, yeah.
A high-end, top half of the draft pick. And they are scared to play him because of the outcome that may be because it's against a quarterback that they could have had for free. They had all this. And it's so dumb because they had all this salary cap to sign Sam Darnold to whatever money he wanted. And
it wasn't even a money thing that came down to. It was the commitment.
Yeah, because which to me, that says a whole lot more about whose fault is this really? Is it KOC or their GM? Because he's like, dude, I can't, because that means he's heard something. That means my leash is short as shit. I have one bad game, they're putting JJ in here. Where JJ can have a million bad games, it seems. And it's cool. But no, I got Seattle both ways on this one, man. And it's a lose-lose situation for the Vikings. Max Brosmer wins, JJ is done. Like, because that means every quarterback that started for the Vikings, while he's been there, has literally been better than him. Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, Carson Wentz, Max Brosmer. Holy shit.
Kirk Cousins. I mean, that
no,
was he predecessed the JJ era, but Kirk Cousins is looking good right now.
Yeah, but I would say while JJ was literally there, every quarterback was better than him. That sucks.
Well, I was just adding the list to the guy that they let go in favor of him.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers while we at it too. The guy who kind of like straight up said that I would love to play for y'all.
Yeah.
Anyways, good for them. I got Seattle both ways.
Listen, in my heart of hearts, I want the Vikings to win this one. We're saying Donald Truthers over here. I hope he has a great day. Max Brosmer was my quarterback my entire tenure at the University of New Hampshire. He transfers, goes to the Minnesota Gophers for a year. Wildly efficient there, too. Just a dog. I want it so desperately for all the reasons, all the biases, all the good feels, but I think Seattle's gonna put belt to ass. But I don't think that Brosmer is gonna turn over the ball 3 times.
I mean, put it this way. Max Brosmer just has to throw for over 100 yards, and he's literally better than JJ. That's how pathetic this is.
Go 14 of 21, 183.
Bro, he could go for fucking 4 for 20, and as long as it's over 100 yards, better than JJ.
There's a couple deep balls to Addison and
that's
Jefferson.
It. That's it. It's simple. It's unbelievable how easy you can just outperform him.
Yeah, but my official prediction is he's gonna go 14 of 18, 130 yards, maybe a touchdown, maybe one pick.
If he throws for more than 160 yards, JJ's never coming back, nor should he.
If he throws for more than 160 yards, I'm taking my pants off. That's a good day.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, Sam Darnold 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, Seattle.
Take it.
The Raiders at the Chargers. New look Raider offense, no longer under Chip Kelly's tenure. Now Greg Olsen, not that Greg Olsen.
The return of Greg Olsen at OC for the Raiders.
Chargers -10.
Yeah, Chargers both ways.
I'll take the Raiders to cover just because division, but Chargers gonna win. Buffalo at Pittsburgh. Rodgers should be playing, is what I've heard. Bills -3.5.
Pittsburgh both ways.
I'm gonna take the Bills. I think we've seen the end of the Steelers being a considerable threat. I can't take it seriously. Denver at Washington on Sunday Night Football. Denver -6.5.
Yeah, Denver both ways.
Yeah, Commanders are playing some pretty uninspired football.
Yeah, and the Broncos are about to probably put belt to ass, and they're going to make a lot of people feel really good about them being Super Bowl predictions this game because they're going to be on a national.
They need to get that offense in shape.
Well, no, J.K. Dobbins too, which really sucks. That injury happening right after trade deadline too. It's very unfortunate.
But they did invest highly in R.J. Harvey. So
yep.
And on Monday Night Football, the New York Giants at the New England Patriots. Patriots -7. And give me a score.
Patriots. Give me Patriots 31. Give me Giants 27.
31-27. That's 58. Yeah, so you have the Giants covering, but Patriots winning. I have 24-17, which -7. That's a push. So I guess we can make it.
You can do like 20. A failed 2-point conversion and make it 16.
Ugh, hate that. I'll go with my score prediction being 27-14, but because I'm sitting on the fence, I'll take the Patriots to cover, or the Patriots to make sure that they don't cover. Patriots -7. I think it's more likely that they win by more than 7 than they lose. That they win by more than 7 than less than 7.
Yeah,
but they lost the left side of their offensive line last week.
And on top of that, this is also, put it this way, the Giants love 1-score games, dude. They do. True. I didn't take them in this one.
They're the Arkansas of the NFL.
And also, you get Jackson Dart back, possibly.
I just think that the Patriots defense is going to smother what they got going.
They should. That's for damn sure. And I feel like that's what every team probably felt about going against the Giants.
I tell you what, if we didn't have Josh McDaniels, that left side of the offensive line concerns would be way worse.
I honestly, yes. If you say that, if they didn't have Josh McDaniels, I'll probably straight up say the Giants are winning this game.
Yeah, but Josh has worked with piecemeal offensive lines before, so I have faith that that'll figure it out. So those are your picks, everybody. Got out of here nice and easy, harmless, painless. Anything you want to add to find people home before we get out of here?
Thank you so much as always for the love and support for all of us. Content's been going up nice. Y'all love it. We really truly appreciate it, especially that Chiefs video, the dynasty's over, which it's clearly not. Not yet, at least. But thank y'all so much for always liking, subscribing, and sharing our videos. We truly appreciate that.
Yep. Have yourselves a happy Thanksgiving. Good luck on your Black Friday deals if you're one of those people that go out and shop. I don't quite see that very much anymore. Most places don't open until 8, 9 o'clock. That nobody does the midnight open anymore. But regardless, stay safe out there. Don't argue with grandma over the last Barbie doll. Like, let her have it. They got pepper spray these days. You don't know what's going to happen.
What are you most thankful for so far this football season?
The Patriots are good again.
Mine is JJ McCarthy sucking.
It's true. Listen, that I said week 1. That's the take I wanted to be right about the most.
Yeah, that now I'm transitioning to Bryce Young hate. That's where I'm at right now. I'm already done on that. I'm thankful that people are realizing that I was right all along about JJ.
So now we need to get you to have a Bryce Young rant.
Oh, that he was always going to suck. Yeah.
So after this week, if he blows, we'll come back Sunday night.
Yeah, he's gonna throw for 400 yards, and then we're gonna get in the comments. I'll be like, "This dude's a fraud. He's gonna throw for like 65 next game. Throws for 65 next game."
He's got the Rams this week. I can't imagine he's gonna throw for.
No, that's not happening.
Throw for 400 on them, but you never know. Alrighty, folks. We'll see you after the holiday, and we'll power right through December. So we'll see you then.
Hasta luego.